that, and then
external.
once it, we gotta let that turn red first, and then you should see your video over here. Let's check on YouTube. Video's there as well.
Okay.
So you're ready to go, then you turn on external.
Okay.
And what we normally do is over on the other screen, double click that FastCast open, make sure it's highlighted good, and then we want to put video playlist, let that go, and we'll unmute that. So right now, when we click go live, and this one's already live, we are playing this noise in the background. So whenever you're ready, you'll press finish.
Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our FastCast, where we're updating you on some stories that we're working on, interrupting local news live. So we'll get into some of the stories that we're working on at the moment. And right now, just pulling it up here. All right, there we go. So this is a story I've been working on today, where Green Bay Mayor Eric Enrick met with the Kansas City Mayor Quinton Lucas for some guidance after his city hosted the draft this past April. Mayor Genrich says one of the key conversations today was how Green Bay is the smallest market to host the NFL draft, so they're focusing on moving people around as effectively as possible. He also says that Mayor Quinton Lucas highlighted the importance of using the draft as an opportunity to show off Green Bay to viewers from all around the world who will be tuning in. The Ashwaubenon Village president also commented at today's meeting and says the event is kind of like a great commercial for our community, and expressed how it's helpful to learn from someone who has experience serving as the host city for the NFL draft, the Kansas City Chiefs, which hosted that last year. We'll have the full story tonight at 10 p.m. And right now we'll move on to some additional local news that we're getting in. 1 minute here. And so this is some news from the Wisconsin State Patrol, who are urging drivers to be cautious and aware of snowplows now. The state requires that vehicles stay 200 feet back from a snowplow on roads with a speed limit of 35 miles per hour or more, and 75 feet on a road with a speed limit of 35 miles per hour. Officials say there were nearly 300 crashes involving snowplows in Wisconsin last year, and they're discouraging drivers from passing snowplows, and that plows can create a cloud of snow and road conditions ahead of a plow that are likely worse. So make sure to just keep your eye out on the road and practice safe driving. And speaking of snow, we're going to turn now to our meteorologist, David Ernst, and he's going to give us an update and let us know what's going on tonight. David.
Yeah, Emily, we could see a little bit of light snow pushing into the area, but not a repeat of the wet, slushy mess that a lot of us had on Sunday. Wouldn't expect the snow to be as weight-wise heavy, as waterlogged as it was on Sunday, and not going to be nearly as widespread or as much of it as we saw on Sunday. So looking at First Alert Pinpoint Predictor, this run of Predictor is actually fairly quiet and tame. Doesn't really show too much moving overhead. I'd say it might even be a little on the underdone side in terms of snow potential across the area. Nonetheless, as we go through the day Tuesday, we'll continue with plenty of cloud cover and just looking at the potential for a few passing snow showers overnight and into the morning. Here are the latest totals kicked out by Predictor, and you'll notice on the high end it's just a few tenths of an inch, excuse me. So there could be a few slippery spots, and also something to be mindful of. Temperatures tonight are going to be down below freezing, so any snow or slush that's left on the road surface from Sunday snow could potentially refreeze and create some travel issues. So be mindful of that tomorrow morning. Not expecting widespread problems, but certainly something to watch for. On to the weekend forecast. That's where things could turn a little bit dicey locally. It just depends on how things shape up. Our American GFS on the right and European weather model on the left here. Both of them show a very strong system developing. The GFS takes a little more northerly track and comes in earlier, bringing some snow to the area. over the course of the day on Saturday. The European model about a day behind, but also farther to the south and east. We're keeping our forecast more in line with what you're seeing on the left side of your screen, the European weather model, but obviously with several days to go, things can change. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that aspect of the forecast. Between now and then, we do have the potential for a few sprinkles or flakes tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures will be seasonable the next couple of days, middle 30s, upper 30s for highs. Thursday and Friday actually looking rather mild with 40s, maybe even making a run at 50 degrees in some spots on Friday. And then we'll keep a very close eye on that weekend forecast. For now, we are keeping your first alert forecast dry and mostly cloudy, but if the guidance starts shifting things more so in the direction of what you saw on the GFS, you might see some snow added to that forecast. But for right now, we are keeping it dry and mostly cloudy.
All right, thank you so much, David, and thank you everybody for tuning in to our First Alert Fastcast, and be sure to tune in to our 10 p.m. newscast later tonight.